I think that young man has more courage than most of you combined. In May 2020, I sent you my concerns about training you planned for teachers. Dr. Semmel forwarded my email to a state agency, including my information about my residence and my employment. He added, I think we should discuss CRT and CERC's perspective on embedding it in our curriculum in some way when we meet next week. Interesting, because he promised us shortly thereafter that there would be no CRT taught in the schools. Around the same time, Trumbull High implemented a school-wide lesson that required students to pledge allegiance to anti-constitutional ideologies and literally reject their faith or face the consequences of humiliation and peer rebuke. Never heard anything about it. Dr. Semmel recently shared he assumed Mr. Guarino was helping me. Mr. Guarino never contacted me. In my emails, I never saw any contact between the superintendent and the principal. You've heard story after story of the politicizing of our schools. Do you still think that TPS is not embedding political ideologies into our school system? With all due respect, Dr. Semmel does not have a good track record of his people telling him what's going on in the schools. Why? Have you considered why parent complaints are never addressed? Why teachers are refusing to support a conservative student group? What does it imply about the climate and culture of your school system? You should be asking these questions and more. You should be doing your own research. Merely listening to answers and information from those in power is not adequate. Seek the truth and do not permit anyone to obfuscate it with woke threats as you did at the high school. I'm going to quote Frederick Douglass. I prefer to be true to myself even at the hazard of incurring the ridicule of others, rather than to be false and incur my own abhorrence. You should try living by his rules. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Christine Harris.